The idea of humans controlling machines has been around for hundreds of years. I guess we've just always wanted to work smarter and do more things than our earthly vessels allow. This long-standing urge, carried forward by evolving technology, ultimately led to the birth of coding, a practice that allows us to control the digital computing machines of today. Coding is a foundational skill, and it's behind everything from your garage door opener to virtual reality. And you can make a life out of it. Whether you're a web developer building websites, a cybersecurity analyst protecting systems from hackers, a game developer dictating how a character moves in a video game, or maybe you work in manufacturing and help to automate machines on a factory floor. Whatever it is, all of these jobs involve coding. But what even is coding? In short, it's the process of giving instructions to a computer so it can perform tasks for humans. And I know what you're saying to yourself. I thought computers only understood ones and zeros. And that's true. But actually, it goes even deeper than that. At the lowest levels, computers don't even understand ones and zeros. They really only understand whether something is on or not on, the presence or absence of electricity. This concept is represented by ones and zeros, and this is kind of a problem. If you tried to write a modern software program using only ones and zeros, it's pretty much impossible, especially if you're trying to make something on the level of today's software. Good thing there's a solution. Coding. We use programming languages to write instructions in a way that both humans and machines can understand. A system that allows us to think and solve problems in human terms that all gets translated to the lowest level of digital devices. And this idea of manipulating binary digits via more human communication is an ongoing pursuit, and there was a long road to get us to this point. Let's go back 300 years, for example, when in 1703, a guy named Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz demonstrated that numbers in logic could be expressed using just two symbols, a 1 and a 0, and this obviously led to the foundation of binary. A century later, the Jacquard loom used punch cards to automatically control weaving patterns, and this showed how binary-like instructions can give you very fancy pieces of weaving. The idea progressed further in 1834 when Charles Babbage designed the analytical engine, which was basically an early calculator that used punch cards. Soon, a woman named Ada Lovelace wrote the first algorithm for Babbage's machine, and that makes her the first coder ever. Later, in the 20th century, mechanical machines were replaced by electronic computers, and programming these early electronic machines was slow and difficult. One time, a real insect got trapped in an early computer and caused it to malfunction. It was literally a bug in the system, and that's where the term comes from. During World War II, Alan Turing developed key ideas that helped to shape modern computers. And in 1949, assembly language emerged, allowing programmers to use symbolic codes instead of writing raw binary. Continuing this push towards simplification, Grace Hopper built the first compiler in 1952, automating the translation of plain code into machine language. By the late 1950s, high-level languages like Fortran and COBOL made coding much easier and accessible. Since then, many more languages have been created to handle different tasks. But underneath it all, computers still only understand binary. No matter how complex a program is, it must eventually be translated into a stream of ones and zeros for the computer to follow. So, when you think about it, coding is like a bridge between human thinking and machine action. And there's a ton of ways to do it, with a bunch of different languages to choose from. Python is one of the most popular and beginner-friendly languages. It's used for websites, data science, automating tasks, and more. JavaScript is the main language used to make websites interactive, and it runs directly in your web browser. C# is used mainly for building Windows applications and video games, especially with tools like Unity. SQL is a specialized language that's used to store, retrieve, and manage information in databases. If you're just starting out, begin by selecting a language that fits your goals, whether it's managing data, building websites, or developing software. And there's plenty of free resources out there to get you started, from Free Code Camp to Code Academy, Khan Academy, or W3 Schools. If you're serious about coding, I highly suggest you learn the basics and resist the urge to use AI. It's important to learn the fundamentals, so that ultimately when you get to the AI part, you can use it to assist you and not have to depend on it. And speaking of AI, it's a thing, and there's no avoiding it if you're jumping into the world of coding. It's controversial, but I'm an optimist, and I tend to look at it as just another tool in the toolbox. Apps like ChatGPT can suggest code snippets, complete functions, or even help explain errors. It can be like a knowledgeable teammate looking over your shoulder and ready to help at any moment. But let's not get carried away. AI does not write perfect code, and it doesn't understand your project goals the same way you do. So we're going to need humans in control for a long time, and hopefully forever. My advice, if you're a beginner, is to just stay away from AI, because it's basically like copying and pasting on steroids. It's better to learn the basics. And then when you get a coding tool belt, as it were, you can lean on your creativity to decide on what you want to make for the world, and maybe use a little AI to help. Coding is more than writing instructions. It's a way to turn ideas into reality, allowing us to build tools to help shape our world. So as you begin, or perhaps continue, your coding journey, remember that it's not just about writing code, but helping people to work smarter and extend the capabilities of their earthly vessels. Anyway, good luck out there, and have a good one.